How to make a mixtape.
Did you find the set lists? That was so awesome.
There's a wiki.
Shit, that's really cool.
Yeah, there's a Warped Tour wiki.
Yeah, it's really low quality, but they're out there, and that was really fun to look at. And I can remember sitting through this band I didn't want to see this band that I did want to see, and those set lists can kind of validate that for you.
But like, have you ever seen the Necromantics live? That dude's bass is shaped like a coffin, like he stands on it and shit like that, and it's really fucking cool. I think anybody that's playing that instrument on stage deserves a little bit extra credit because it is such a cool fucking thing to do, and then especially to throw it around like that is so badass. Great pick, Ash.
And in the heat at a Warped Tour, holding that thing up.
And you know for sure he's wearing a black shirt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
Yeah, up to the collar.
But also, he's an incredible bass player. Like, asshole or not, like one of the craziest, best punk bass players.
Yeah, he does fucking crush it.
So,
yeah. All right.
I love that I can see the kitten in the background playing with the plants. Ashley, it's adorable.
We are all going to, in real time, watch them take down that hanging plant behind us. So
I love that.
It'll be as chaotic as when Rod lost power.
That was awful. The big venue here in Richmond, the venue that's that size that like bands like that play at here in Richmond, it's called the National, and about 3 blocks from the National is this English pub called Penny Lane. It's started by a guy like this guy from Liverpool, like, so it's legit. In fact, now that I've been to England, I can tell you it's actually cooler than most of the pubs I even went to in England. So it's like a legit English pub. And you might think when Flogging Molly plays at that show, the last thing they want to do is go to an English pub and be surrounded by a bunch of fans who want to like talk to them a bunch because they're probably waiting for it. And they do it every time. Like they have to staff every time Flogging Molly plays because they always go there because they're just so nice and so sweet. And they don't care. They're like, yeah, we're going to play the show. And then we're going to walk across the street to the English pub and like hang out with our fans who are like waiting for us to show up. So they do seem like just the best.
Yeah. Pee break. Be back.
Okay.
Is that allowed? Is that in the rule book?
It's allowed. You know what? Sorry, Ashley. I wasn't going to do this, but since he's peeing, I'm going to get more coffee.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, then I'll get some water.
We'll just keep rolling. There you go.
Nurse my hangover. I just got back from Syracuse, and last night I saw my boy Bob Dylan.
How was it?
It's fabulous. He has a reputation in past years of his shows being tough, and you have to be a big fan because he's not playing you hits, but his voice is really strong, and he just crushed it, as always.
You'll hear it on the intro, but I gave a pretty in-depth review of the Stones concert.
Oh, okay.
And Mick Jagger is he's an anomaly. I don't understand how it's happening. I don't know how he's doing it. He's 80. He's running around.
Yeah.
He changed blouses like 4 or 5 times during the show. Like, I mean, he is crushing. But Keith Richards and the other dude whose name I keep forgetting, it's time. It might be time to go. It might be like, continue to do your thing. Be up there. We'll let you plug your guitars in, but you got to have somebody on the side of the stage that's picking up the slack.
Yeah.
Which isn't happening, and it makes for a little bit of a tougher watch for sure.
I mean, that makes sense. I will say about the show, though, last night, it is the Outlaw Country Festival, which is Willie Nelson's baby.
Oh, yeah.
Headliner, and he is also in his 90s.
Right.
He was not there. They're on the early days of this like 4-month summer tour, and Willie got sick pretty early on, and he's missing a bunch of shows. So hopefully he's doing okay. But his son Lucas Nelson, if you've ever heard of him, he's pretty cool, and he came out and performed some of his dad's hits, which was awesome.
That's cool. How old is his kid? His kid's got to be.
No, his kid. I think Willie's probably got a few kids, and this seems the younger one.
Okay. Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I have tickets to see Of course I do. But I have tickets to see Beck in a few weeks. Up in but he's playing with the National Symphony Orchestra up in DC, and I'm like, he's only doing that for like 7 shows across the country where he's partnering with symphonies, and I'm like, I'm going to that. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I just found out on the same night that the Menzingers, Suicide Machines, and Avail are playing a show together outside on an island here in Richmond.
Oh wow!
And you better believe I want to be at that show too. And I mean, I can't. I'm going to go to the Beck show, but
I've got a perfect solution because I've got tickets to see the Menzies in Buffalo, and I have no one to go with. So get your butt up here.
Suicide Machines playing that too? Because
no, they're not.
I don't know if I can justify just the Menzies, but if it was all of them, I would travel.
Or you guys both come to Chicago for Riot Fest, and then you can see Beck and the Menzingers.
Dude, that Riot Fest lineup this year is awesome.
Decent. It's the best one in a minute. And here's what's crazy. Awesome. It moved. It's playing, the concert is in the burbs. Like, it's out where the Chicago Fire used to play, which is going to be kind of a cool venue for that show. But, like, you'll want to get public transportation to that show because the parking situation is going to be gnarly. But, again, it's going to be so cool for, like, there to be an actual venue change for that show. You know, you won't be trudging through mud for the whole show, which is kind of cool.
Dude, Beck,
which is
Slayer, Pavement, Rob Zombie, Offspring, Sublime, Public Enemy. Yeah. That's just the headliners, too. That doesn't even get into all the other amazing bands.
And it's Sublime with Bradley Knowles' kid as the singer. It's not Rome.
Not with
which
Rome.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
So
that is really cool.
Yeah.
Something Corporate's playing it because they're back together now doing shows. Sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one.
For the record, I am a Sing the Sorrow person. After that, I mean, they started to change for sure, but I think that record is the perfect blend of like old AFI, and I just absolutely love it. So, but that's
your last one.
That's my last and my best AFI. I love Sing the Sorrow, like Sing the Sorrow, then Black Sails, then Art of Drowning would be my 3 in order. But Art of Drowning's amazing.
He went on, Davey Havoc went on and did a band with him and the rest of No Doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where I can't remember what the name of the band was, but it's fine. It's like kind of Euro pop. Dream Car. It's like pretty Euro pop dance music. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
but yeah,
and him and Jade have a side project together that's like goth electronic called Black Audio.
I have listened to Black Audio,
but Black with the Q.
Yeah,
BLACK.
Obviously.
So silly.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Vandals also. Musically, I enjoy the Vandals. That's what I'll say. They got it. Do you guys not remember? Like, they got into some shit like later because it came out that they were like big time conservatives and like as a band like campaigned for like Republican presidents and stuff.
Are you ruining the Vandals?
I'm really sorry. Like
moments.
9 Warped Tours.
I'll
try and salvage it. 9 Warped Tours.
The Anarchy Burger guys are like,
and the Vandals Good Hitler Bad. Like I don't think it was the whole band. I think it was the singer. But
that's such a bummer.
I don't remember enough about it to get into it. But I think his dad was like an attorney, like a conservative lawyer or something like that.
Well. Then, Rod, your trepidation to speak on the Vandals right now, I'm going to poke at you a little bit more because the drummer,
John C.
is now in the Foo Fighters and was in A Perfect Circle and stuff.
How are you handling this news?
I mean, I can't speak to his politics specifically because I think it's Joe Escalante specifically who is the conservative thing. But if he is, that's a bummer too. I mean, Foo Fighters has become like pretty corporate rock, but they still have the bassist from Sunny Day Real Estate, the guitar player from No Use for a Name, who's the brother of the guitar player for Face to Face, and the guitar player from The Germs and Nirvana, and the drummer for Nirvana. So all that collectively, if they have one shitty link in the band, then fine.
Rod, now boast about their keyboardist.
Oh, and the keyboardist for the Wallflowers. Is that
Great job,
Yeah,
Rob.
Sorry, I forgot. The keyboard is for the Wallflowers, another more recent addition. Yes, you're dead on, Ashley, and that absolutely deserves to be mentioned. But like many things on this podcast, I know just enough to bring something up to potentially get in trouble for talking about it because I don't know enough about it to actually be educated on it. But I believe it's Joe Escalante specifically of the Vandals who kind of got, I don't want to say in trouble. He didn't get in trouble. It was just more like when it came out that he was like really conservative. People were like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're in the Vandals. Like, you're one of the like snottiest punk bands of like the 80s and 90s. And like, it just didn't make sense to people, including me.
A little hypocritical. Yeah.
But again, I'm speaking on someone else's personal politics right now, and I don't really feel comfortable doing that. But that was a thing that happened for sure. So,
well, you know what?
Way to go, Ashley. Way to create political controversy on our mixtape.
We were all just out there having a great time, listening to this band, laughing along to their funny jokes, and not worrying about what was going to happen in 2020 election years.
And to be fair, maybe he just got older and became like as many people do. Maybe he was just who he was early on in the Vandals, and later on got old and got into money or something. I don't know.
Got into money?
Got into money, you know, like Republicans do.
Got some money.
Got some money and wanted to keep the money.
How to make a mixtape.